Hello and welcome. We are back. I just finished one recording of this, and we have to explain to the killers why we don't want to eat Felix. Um, my idea is always to be like, I'm sorry, I just can't eat this. Actually, it's not the food or the company. I'm just super self-conscious in how I look when I eat. Okay. I was just pretending to be grossed out by dinner, so I have an excuse not to chew in front of everyone. Sorry, that made things awkward. I'm actually extremely hungry. Yeah, watching people eat is gross. Just try to relax and don't worry about what everyone thinks. It's so important to always remember people are watching you, judging you, definitely not ignoring you, right? Guys, is anyone listening to me? Typically, groups that includes one, if not more, cannibals staring at you with meat juice dripping from their chins would be quite scary. However, right now you're barely able to keep your head up, let alone scared. Get scared and run away. I'm a narrator, not a physician, so please don't take this as medical advice, but I'm pretty sure you need to eat to stay alive. Oh hey, it's me again. Your friend, mentor, guide, and narrator to the narrator, the ocean. Not sure how I feel about that characterization, but I'll allow it. I brought you here, and I might be the only one who can help you now. There's only one thing you must do to survive. If you have to figure out why you're really here, no one can tell you unless you follow the right path, or at least a right path. There are too many of those to count. Hopefully you pick at least one of them. Because there are more wrong paths, many of them can lead to your demise. Others lead to something even worse. Starting scenes over and having to fast forward back to where you were, am I right? For this place holds many secrets even from itself, but the one that truly matters can only be learned if you answer the most important question. Why are you here? Why are you here? Answer that and you'll learn the truth. The ultimate truth. Vague, mysterious, I gotta give up to this ocean character. That's some quality early game storytelling. You wake up to find Wraith holding your limp body, gingerly pouring water into your mouth. Now that you're finally alone, Wraith looks at you eagerly. You weren't grossed out, were you? Even when you eat, you look like a fuck. You were just pretending to be awkward because it's lonely being so. Ugh, God. All we have in this life are those fleeting connections with other living things, something to remind us we're not alone. Could you possibly be as shy and nervous as someone like me? I'm not. Oh, well, thanks for being honest with me. I'm not shy. I'm sorry. How do I say this? Honesty is important to me. I've been burned too many times. Something about the word burn makes Wraith look away, far away, eyes brimming with tears, and yet at the same time dead. I understand. Wraith looks back at you with those sad eyes. Wanting so badly to believe you, he looks down at the ground. I have something very important to tell you. It's about something very special to me. It's not something I tell everyone, but you know how important honesty is to me. I can't expect that from you, even if I'm not honest in return. Oh great, I bet he's got crabs. It's about my special bell. It belonged to my father. He gave it to me before he and my mother, well, they had to go away. If I was ever in danger, I was supposed to ring this bell. It didn't really work, but it's all I have of my family. Wow, Wraith, thank you for telling me. Here, hold it. Wow, Wraith just gave you his bell. Sound the alarms. What are you gonna do with this thing? We're just gonna hold it. You caress the bell, running your fingers over its rusty, dried blood. Why are you touching this thing? Thank you for sharing this important part of yourself. You hand the bell back. Wraith is looking wistfully at the ocean. The ocean is beautiful. It's not real. None of this is. Wraith looks at you more intensely than ever. I don't know if you're ready to hear the truth. Just as things are heating up, you hear a flurry of footsteps behind you. Quickly spin around ready to fend off whatever new danger has popped up on this strange island, only to find out that it's Dwight and Claudette sprinting across the beach, clipboards in hand, and which they're waving in the air above their heads. It's very important that we stick to the itinerary. Wow. And attend each event as scheduled. Playing sick for cute flirt points was not a part of this evening's activities. That's strictly slotted in for after the campfire story time. At this rate, we'll be late. Playing sick? No, I was no time for excuses. Well, there is, but that's scheduled for after what comes after the flirting. What? Go, go, go! I only said 3 goes. Once everyone is gathered at the fire pit, Dwight and Claudette quickly make an announcement. We're not going to blame anyone in particular, but someone, and we're not going to say who, so don't worry you, hasn't been sticking to the schedule. That means that we're behind on time for evening activities, and we only have time for one person to share their special spooky nighttime story. Just one story, but story time is my favorite activity. It's narrative-heavy experience. You're telling us that only one person gets to share. How will we decide who? Okay, great. We have to decide as a group. This never goes well. Whoever did this, step up now. I swear I won't be angry. I'll merely chop off your head and clean off. No fuss, no muss. Voice trembling, you realize this is probably it for you, but you embrace your fate. Sorry, everyone. I think they're talking about me. To be honest, I still don't understand how this whole schedule thing works. I guess I lost track of time while I was passed out. Been there before, even though it's taking some pressure off of me, which is an absolute dream come true, isn't really fair to pick on the newbie. Seriously, has anything ever happened on schedule even once? Damn it, Donald, if you flex that authority gimmick one more time, so help me, I'll snack your head off so quick and then drown you in its blood, Cynthia. Fuss and muss are back on. You two know I love a good hack, slash, and slice. We all know you love to kill. It's almost all you talk about. Nobody named any names. Who even knows any names? Not us. I renounced my name. Who's Donald? Who's White? Who's even knows anymore? Call me nobody. But we still gotta get started on story time. So, Kathy, who do you think should go? Ah, damn it, that's a name. Please pick somebody quickly so that this tropical vacation doesn't turn into a bloodbath. I've heard Huntress's story is basically just her lore, so I'm very curious what Wraith is gonna tell us. Whoa, this entire experience is being carefully crafted to avoid an IP infringement lawsuit. Let's be careful with the catchphrases. The I choose you, I didn't realize it until now, but it was from Pokemon, basically. Okay. I'm not really one for scary stories. Life is scary enough as it is. You literally carry around a skull and a spine as your little prop. As the other killers laugh, Wraith holds up his skull and gazes into its hollow, dark eye sockets. If you're looking for something Shakespearean in story, look elsewhere. This is a tale of madness, of staring at the soul of death and never returning. Once upon a time, a young man worked in a junkyard. The man was quiet, kept to himself, just wanted to avoid trouble. While the boss dealt with clients, the young man operated the crusher, turning old carbs into cubes of twisted metal. One day, right before crushing a car, he noticed something. Blood. Drip, drip, dripping from the trunk. He opened it and found a frightened stranger bound and gagged. The young man reeled. Was he about to accidentally murder the stranger? How could this ever have happened? He freed the stranger, who ran off into the waiting arms of the boss, the owner of the junkyard. Before his shaken employee could tell him about the mistake, the boss took out a knife and swiftly slit the stranger's throat. The young man fell to his knees, unable to comprehend what was happening. As he stared at the ground, too shocked to cry, the boss approached him. What did you do? He asked the boss. Oh wait, that was the wrong person. I did your job for you. What do you mean? That's not my job. My job is crushing the cars. The bot let out a miserable scoff, his face contorting in evil disdain for the pathetic wretch in front of him. Why do you think we're crushing these cars? To save space? Why, who do you think my clients are? I don't know, mumbled the young man. Yes, you do, screamed the boss. Deep down, you've always known what was happening here. You just didn't want to admit it to yourself. Your hands aren't clean. My clients give me money and I take care of their problems, eliminate their witnesses, tie up loose ends. Or actually, you do. No, the young man whimpered as the boss towered above him. Yes, you're nothing more than an executioner, and you've raped hundreds of souls. The young man's body shook with soft spasms as he tried to stop crying. It was when the boss started laughing that it happened. Something in the young man changed. He stood up, now taller than the boss. A faint glimmer of fear overtook the snarl on the old man's face. The young man's face was empty. Empty as he grabbed the boss's throat and dragged him to the car in the crusher. Empty as he picked up the boss and stuffed him inside. Empty as he slammed the trunk down on him and his stupid fat head sticking out, begging for mercy. Empty as he started the machine and staring at the boss and its sniveling, crying wet face. Empty as he grabbed the boss's head, dug his fingers in, farther piercing the skin. Empty as he squeezed and pulled. Empty as he heard bones popping and snapping, but when the boss's head still touched to its spine, pulled cleanly out of his disgusting sack of a body, he smiled. Wraith stares back into the eye sockets of his skull. It doesn't matter how good you are, how innocent, how kind, how full of love you once were. When you look into the eyes of evil, you will surely go mad. An awkward silence falls upon the room until... Offer effusive praise. Ask about the story, make a joke. Ask about the story. That poor young man, I wonder what happened to him. Oh yeah, we may never know. Well, wherever he is, I hope he's okay. I can tell, but I think Wraith just smiled. Sorry, it's just weird to see him do it. On that note, everyone has decided to say, it's time to take a break and split up for a little bit so they can all have a moment alone before bed. Everyone leaves you and you're alone by the fire. The only thing you hear is the ocean slowly lapping against the shore. This is nice. A true moment of peace and tranquility that lasts for all of 7 seconds because Trickster shows up. And he's blaring his latest song. Hey baby, you look lonely. Mind if I join you? I mind! He doesn't wait for an answer. I know you've been hearing from these guppies lately, but I want to hear something from... But I want you to hear something from a big fish like me. Something special those in charge of this island don't want you to hear. I am the ultimate catch on this island, the only lobster in an ocean of sardines. I was about to say sardiness, and I don't know what the fuck I thought that meant. No one can give you what I can. Yeah, you can give me a fucking headache and probably wounds. You just have to find me. I know where you are. Come find me, baby. Okay, yeah, I get it. You're on the other island, bro. Calm down. Trickster leaves. You're a bit confused about what to make of his cryptic clues, but you aren't going to let get any time to yourself to think about them just yet. Wraith approaches you. Hey, I'm probably not making a great impression, because I guess that's not really my thing. I just know if you got to know me, I mean, look, the others aren't around, and I really hate the fire pit. I just kind of hate fire in general. Maybe we could go back to the pool and, like, I don't know, whatever, you know? A dip in the pool with Wraith? You've come a long way in a single day. I'm not saying you shouldn't go follow him on offer like that. Just don't forget our little talk. Do I get a choice? No, I don't. You and your storyteller friends slip into the water. It's just the right temperature for an evening dip, plus if some jealous shark comes along and manages to jump from the ocean into the pool, you're pretty sure your killer companion could handle it. Hey, do you remember my story? I mean the one you just told, like a minute ago? Yeah. Yes. Did you, what did you think of the young man in the story? Do you think he's weird? I would forgive him. What happened to him would make anyone snap. And God knows what happened in his past to lead him to that point. He was just trying to be good. Yes, that's all he wanted. He was to be good. Oh my god, this is kind of sad. Well, that makes sense. The young man reminds you of anyone? Yes and no. I think that's what makes it such a great story. It's unique and surprising, but relatable and familiar. I think we all know someone like that young man. And we all have a little of him inside us. Oh, that's sweet. Wraith giggles, not in a gross way, like you're thinking, but a very silly one. I assume he's just imagining a tiny little version of himself dancing around his own belly because that's just who he is. You notice the temperature has dropped significantly. Is it cold in this water now, or is it just me? I feel like my toes are turning into ice cubes. Not my toes! No! Ray sees them and squeezes his eyes shut. Please, I can't be around any cube talk. I heard that story from somebody else a long time ago. Yes, the story you just told 2 minutes ago. Exactly, the one that wasn't about me. Usually, we'd be nervous that we were about to make things awkward when we barge in, but obviously, we couldn't hold a candle to whatever was happening here tonight. Either way, it's time for bed. For you, but not for us. After you go to sleep, that's when we party. After spending all day cooped up in those tight little safari-themed resort uniforms, you just know those two rage late into the night. But you're not here to party with them. You've got your own repressed relationships to tend to. You head over to the campfire. The heat is comforting on this chilly night. Looking into the crackling embers, you think about Rafe's story about the young man who found he was part of a sinister plot. What don't you know about your current situation? Is it something that will terrify you? Something that will make you snap? What if you look into the eyes of evil? What if you like it? Before you can dwell too much on your fate, Claudette and Dwight arrive. Their now familiar creepy smiles stretching from ear to ear. It's a bit menacing to see a smile like that by firelight. We must apologize for the accommodations. I can't talk today. We weren't prepared for another guest, but we're going to make you comfortable or die trying. They hand over a pillow and blanket and welcome you to snuggle up by the fire. Perhaps some music will put you at ease. Just try to keep the volume to a minimum, or other guests aren't the types you'll want to rob of their beauty sleep. Minigames consist of 2 parts. Of course, it's just... yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, I don't care. Yes. Well, this is nice. There's nothing on this station. Oh well. No matter how many things you listen to, you still can't sleep. You decide to ask one of the killers to spend a little more time with you until you're sleepier. Who would you like to summon to your side as you lay by the fire? Well, obviously I'm gonna keep choosing the person I'm actually going for. Wraith, are you around? I was wondering if I could get a little company. I can't really sleep. Oh, that happens to me a lot. Okay, don't laugh. Promise. I promise. I guess my secret to falling asleep is listening to the sounds of bells or chimes. Think of it as white noise to drown out anything you might be hearing that's keeping you up. Like what, Wraith? Like those distant screams we all hear coming from beyond the mountains? If that's, a bit morbid, I guess you could hold on to this chess piece of mine. Why am I getting a chess piece? It's a knight. They're brave, like I wish I were. And the horsey is cute. Okay, he's a little bit adorable. Um, I have very few regrets. Darkness overtakes you. The dark voice from earlier speaks to you again. It shouldn't still be as spooky by now. You've had a whole day of strange voices in your head, but this one is still undeniably odd. Look, I'm not saying that my feelings are hurt because you chose to swim in some pathetic little teacup when you could have swam in the vastness of an entire, me, I guess. I'm just saying that you've made a foolish decision and I won't forget it. My feelings aren't hurt. I just lost some respect for you, that is all. You awake suddenly to see someone looming over you. Trapper is sitting beside you, sketching a portrait. Oh, you're awake. I saw you with the Wraith right before bedtime. You should know they're not what they seem, not like me, who was obviously completely honest and trustworthy. I was checking out to make sure you weren't sleeping near one of my... Well, never mind, actually. Just be careful where you sit. But since I'm here, I'd like to share 2 things with you. 1, I do not take rejection well. 2, first thing is very important to remember. Why are you drawing me? Trapper doesn't answer. You aren't drawing stink lines radiating from out of me, are you? Still nothing from Trapper. I'm not an easy guy to get along with, but I am an easy guy to spend time with. That will make sense if you choose to spend time with me tomorrow. The rest of the scum live like rats. They wouldn't know about a good time if I bit them on the ass. Oh my god, okay? I mean that literally. I bet you do. The point is, if you select me, you're in for a day of luxury, extravagance, and fun. Yes, I said fun. If I don't pick you, remember what I said earlier, or it might be the last thing you ever forget. Okay. But hey, you look tired. Get some rest. Sleep. Maybe even sleep well if you can. Just try not to roll over to the about 50 feet to your left. Okay. Finally alone, for real this time, you drift off to sleep again. Hopefully you're not poisoned. I think that they give you the person that you're least interested in to talk to you at night. Wait a second, where are we? This isn't. Oh, geez, it is. It's one of those reality TV shows, confessional rooms, where all of the contestants talk directly into the camera. I think today went really well. These are some of my first interactions with someone who isn't a parent that didn't end in bloodshed or untimely perishing in my Russian cottage. So I'm counting on today as a win, no matter what happens. What do I think of the newcomer? Um, do I have to say? Oh, I do. Okay. Attractive, mysterious. I don't really know that many other words since I was raised by my mom in the woods until she was skewered by an elk and I had to wash her entrails off my seraphim. That being said, the other three should make sure to be on their guard. I don't know who this newcomer is. I don't know who this newcomer will want to spend time tomorrow, but I, for one, will not let my guard down easily. Who knows about the others? Wraith, I think, knows more than he's letting on about this place. He's a heart not to crack. Meanwhile, Spirit is just screaming all the time. Major buzzkill. And Trapper, where do I even begin with Trapper? He's buff, sure, but daddy issues much. Sheesh. Look, I don't need anyone. I've been perfectly fine on my own ever since my mother died. I eat a fine diet of raw deer, bear, human, and I'm fit as a fiddle. That being said, look at her face. She's so cute. Fuck. Sorry. That being said, something about this newcomer makes me think that I might be missing out on some huge part on this thing called life. She is so adorable. She is so cute. This is weird. I don't care enough to kill this person, but if anyone else wants to do it, I don't care enough to stop them. Might have to just kill Dwight to feel anything again. Yeah, today was fun. I don't want to get ahead of myself or really invest in something that might hurt me, so I don't know. Oh, we'll just see how it goes. Maybe they realize I'm not the one for them. They seem pretty smart, so that's probably what will happen. I gotta learn to go easier on myself. Who could love me if I can't love myself? Have you ever felt absolutely nothing inside? It's fine. Some of them are so depressed. Like Wraith and Spirit are just so depressed. You open your eyes, the sun is shining, there's not a cloud in the sky, and you feel great, totally well rested. You're not even suspicious of the fact that you fell asleep by the campfire, but woke up several yards down the beach. Did we go through Tepper's Trap? What are you, on vacation? Wait, are you on vacation? Nah, that was the sentence. Was yesterday nothing more than a strange dream? No, not a dream. You are here for another day. Why? I have no idea. You're obviously a weirdo. Speaking of weirdos, the rest of the gang is hanging out on the beach. This is definitely not a dream. I wouldn't rule out a nightmare just yet, though. At least they make for a sexy bunch, no? Talk about sexy. Here comes Trickster carrying coffee. Morning, beautiful. I thought you'd like a nice cup of joe to start this incredible day off, right? Yeah, not suspicious. Trickster seems suspiciously cheerful. I'm sure there's nothing nefarious behind his joyful demeanor, though. Everyone knows musicians are morning people. I also want to wish you luck. Today is an important one. My only regret is that I won't be a bigger part of it. Budgeting issues. I am also just swamped with engagements, especially on the other island. Trickster winks at you. If you want to ask him how to reach the other island, now is the time. Never mind, he left. Well, Lucy brought me a cup of... Wait, don't drink that. What the hell was that? They don't call him Trickster because he's good at skateboard. And he definitely didn't get that name because he brings people drinks so he can have a good morning. That was almost certainly not coffee. And I don't want anyone casually poisoning, imprisoning, and torturing you yet. Yeah, that's what Trickster does. That's why I don't think he's a good dating option. This is supposed to be a tropical paradise place you give a 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, 2 thumbs up review to, not review to. I'm not an eternal person of pain. And please make sure to leave a review. It really helps with the algorithms. Just trust me, I'm looking out for you. So can we please move on? Hey, wait a second. How did a possibly omniscient, possibly unreliable narrator physically just knock that coffee out of your hand? This is not Parliament, and the floor does not recognize the ocean to speak out of turn at this moment. I need no recognition, for I am the ocean. I dominate the land. I will submerge those who defy me and become their watery grave. Actually, speaking of graves, I would like to say something of great importance. Even if this place is an eternal prison of pain, and I'm not saying it is, even a place of extreme horror can receive a 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10 thumbs up review. Even if it was crafted with love and or that's the type of thing you're into. You know, the ocean is right. A lot of hard work goes into a place like this. You should really judge it on the artist's intent. Whenever possible, start from the mindset of giving them the benefit of the doubt. Constructing these elaborate simulations, I mean vacations, is not easy to do. Sometimes there are some small bugs or inconsistencies, but that's just the nature of the process. Perfection is overrated. The universe is filled with mysteries. We ought to celebrate those who venture into the bare souls to bury their souls as a part of the creative process, with the ultimate intent of making things for our enjoyment, not to be overly critical of them. Are you two trying to sell me on this place actually being good? You don't have to say it like that, especially after I save you from that poorly made cup of coffee. Sorry, we should have been here 5 minutes ago. They always do this on the second morning. Sad, really. Even if they do make some great points. Oh, sure, they make great points, I agree. Can we please move on? Yes, of course. Apologies, Kathy. The last few minutes aside, have you been enjoying your time on the island? Yes, and I'm not suspicious there is no option. Yes, I am not at all suspicious that there is no option here. What an encouraging response. We're so glad you're not suspicious. Hey, maybe Kathy isn't suspicious because they figured out what they're actually doing here. 0 chance. They're still clicking. Even right now to see how you'll respond. Hey, look at that. Yeah, they don't know anything. It doesn't matter though, Kathy. We're so happy to hear you're having fun. I didn't say I was having fun. We're all having fun, Kathy. Fuck their faces. Do you hear us? We're all having fun. We do need to ask one more question though. We all have to sign away our rights to say anything negative about this place. Would you please sign this non-disparaging agreement? Would you please sign it? Obviously you would say no, but then they do this. No, I will not say anything negative about this island. You have my word that I, Kathy, agree with the terms of this verbal contract. It is a verbal contract. I just read it out. Perfect. Delightful. Excellent. Yes. Yes. Hey, Kathy. It's still totally cool if you have constructive feedback. The place, to leave that is a positive review because we all know nobody reads negative reviews of games, resorts like this. Anyway, I see Dwight and Claudette have gone into a trance, and with the grumbling I hear from your belly, that can only mean one thing: breakfast. I am struggling with the voices. Perfect timing. Everyone rolls into the dining area to lard up those sexy little bellies with pancakes, bacon, and so much for maintaining these bee looks. We're half naked in a tropical paradise. Can we get some strawberries here? Yogurt? Magic powers will only get you so far. Even kids need to watch their sodium intake. Yeah, I want some strawberries. You take your plate and sit down, thinking about yesterday and the whirlwind of feelings you experienced. Danger, dread, disorientation. It was like going through puberty again, except all in one day, on a beautiful, mysterious island. It looks like you're not the only one doing some introspection. Trapper stands up to talk about how his day went, in case anyone was wondering. Personally, I wasn't. I can't imagine you can make me any angrier today than you did yesterday, but I hope you do. I really hope you do. Unrelated. Anyone say where I left my cleaver? Ah, just kidding. I always know where my cleaver is. That was bizarre. Back to your no. Huntress steps up to talk about her feelings. At this point, anything could happen. I am open to all possibilities that this strange island has in store. How open-minded. Ah, well, that surely must be it. Surely no one else would be weirdly to stand up and breakfast. Ah, then, just like that, here comes Spirit. If I look especially well rested this morning, it's not because I slept well. As you know, I am much too dedicated to finding revenge to ever sleep again, but because you all left me alone yesterday to be my best, not constantly annoyed self. I thank you for that. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going back to quietly resenting being trapped here with you all while looking cute doing so. This specific screen of her is very cute. Guessing Wraith had enough time to work up the courage to speak in front of a group. Aye, perfect, there he is. Take us home, Wraith. There may be something off about this island, but it's doing wonders for you. I mean, you look well rested. Like you just got some good sleep, and, oh good lord, never mind. Now they're all looking at you expectantly. Wait, are you supposed to stand up and explain how yesterday made you feel? I think I need to process everything by myself. See you all soon. I also do that, yeah. Damn, what a power play. Keep on wanting more. You're getting good at this game. I mean, sexy true-to-life experience. Shame you didn't get to eat any breakfast. But so be it. Yeah, we're not eating. Why are we not eating? I wanted some pancakes and bacon. After breakfast, you head to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday was, in short, a lot. Before you get there, though, something catches your attention. You hear that? Who are you, addressing me? Yeah, well, yeah, that's okay, right? I mean, I might be pursuing a relationship with one of these four fine killers, but it feels like the person I'm getting to know the most is you, the narrator. It's only okay, and so much as it serves to illustrate that you've lost your mind seeing how I'm not real and all. Yeah, I heard it this time. It's coming from behind the pool shed. No, no, stick it in there. A little more, a little more. Oh yeah, that's it. Yes. How's that feel? Intense. Nice. Yeah, that feels right. This is uncomfortable. Now I want you to take that and put it... Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.